What's up, y'all? I just ate a big old plate of food, so forgive me if I need a burp or something like that. Food was delicious. Anyways, today's video is going to be about allowing people to enter and leave your life and being okay with that. So often we get tied down to people. We hold on to people for dear life because we're afraid of what life could be like without them. But I just want to let you guys know that you will be fine because all you ever needed was yourself. You came to this planet by yourself and you're going to leave this planet by yourself. We don't need to hold on to people so tightly. I was going to say that we don't need people, but we do need people. We are social creatures, we are human beings. And the desire for companionship is one that is natural. So I'm not saying that you shouldn't have desires of connection for a relationship or friends. Like me, bro, I would love a relationship. I'm just wired that way. Some people are wired to be single and they cool with that, and then other people. But I also believe that the reason why some people are like that is because of how they were raised. If you were raised in a household where you didn't necessarily receive the love that you wanted, or your parents weren't as attentive to your needs, you could be seeking that validation in other people. Excuse me. If you got too much validation, if you were smothered, if your parents was always on your back, maybe that can manifest as you wanting space and not really wanting people in your energy. Becoming healthier is striking a balance of being able to accept love in your life and recognizing good people, but also not being devastated when these people leave your life. My last relationship was my first relationship. And so when we broke up and we stopped talking altogether, it devastated me. My ex, on the other hand, she been in relationships before. She's been in long-term relationships. So I can't really speak on how she was feeling, but I'm assuming that she was able to recover a little bit better than me because she has dealt with that before. But that was the first time I ever experienced that kind of heartbreak and pain. That person was my whole world. We did everything together, and I'm not the type to have that many friends. I don't have any friends. So the fact that the person who I was my companion, my friend, my confidant, like everything that was taken away from me, my whole world crumbled. And so we can't allow ourselves to make someone pedestalize people first and foremost, but make somebody our end all be all. We need to be able to give ourselves that validation and be able to love ourselves entirely to the point where, okay, cool, in this season of my life, I don't necessarily have a lot of people around me, but I'm solid within myself. I have hobbies that I enjoy doing. I have routines that I'm sticking towards. Uh, Things that I like doing. And I would say that me personally, I'm stepping into a season of my life where I'm just doing things that I always wanted to do and really figuring out who I am as a person without a relationship. Relationships can be one of the most powerful tools for transformation. A relationship can also be a hindrance. It can hinder you from growing if this is not a relationship that was divine. People say that human beings aren't really even supposed to be monogamous. I don't know how true that is. I mean, we're human beings. There's no defined, there's no defined path for us to live. However, they say that once you get into a relationship, once you merge lives with somebody, it kind of takes you off your own path of spiritual enlightenment. That's what they say. Honestly, I think that's a bit of hoopla. If you feel like in this life you want a relationship and you want to get married, this and third, live your life. I don't necessarily think that you won't reach your peak spiritual enlightenment if you get into a relationship with someone. Like I said, relationships can be one of the most important, important for character development and I guess you could say enlightenment. Because if it wasn't for my last relationship, like, yo, this relationship taught me a lot, bro. But I wouldn't know what it means to love, what love looks like, and what a trauma connection. I'm not saying that our relationship was traumatic or nothing like that, but how to distinguish what is real love versus, okay, cool, we're together because of this reason. We both have shared trauma, so we're together. I could recognize that, okay, cool, this person, we're not really aligned. I especially saw this when I went on a date. I went on a date with this girl after my relationship, and you could just tell like we weren't we weren't a match. However, I really enjoyed that date. It was one of my, I wouldn't say it was my favorite date, but I enjoyed it because I just got to experience. And that's what life is about. Experiencing and falling in love with the human experience, but still in your back of the mind, like understanding that, okay, cool, I'm living this human experience, but I don't have to be in the human experience. I know that might have sounded a bit confusing, so let me break it down a little bit. Being in the human experience is like overly attached. You're overly attached to outcome, you're overly attached to your emotions. You I guess that's the best way I could describe it because I can't really think of anything else right now. And the on the flip hand, being, shoot, what did I say? Being in the human world, being of the human world, um, meaning that like you're a spiritual being, but you're viewing this human experience from the outside. I hope I was able to explain that good. I kind of lost my train of thought, but because we are viewing this human experience from the outside, it's like it is okay to experience different things that is happening in your life. You should fall so deeply, madly in love with experience. So much to the point where even a meditation, something like that could be deeply fulfilling for you. Just turning off your phone and being present. Because when you turn off your phone and when you are deeply present, that's living. That's the essence of life. Just the here and the now. Allow people to enter your life, but don't cling. Don't hold on so tightly to the point where you lose yourself. You are already whole and complete. Before that person entered your life, you was already on your journey of growth and development. Maybe that person just activated something in you, but you were already on your path. So continue along your path. And you will know through experience whether or not someone is meant to be in your life for a season or maybe a longer period of time. And I'm grateful for all the people who have come into my life and taught me something. Without them, I wouldn't be the person that I am. And the the same is true in reverse. Without you being who you are and a presence in their life, they wouldn't be the person they are. When I was younger, I used to be like, dang, I wonder if like I have an impact on people. But you do have an impact on people. Some people's impact is a little bit larger. You have your celebrities and your influencers, people who make videos online like me. Sometimes your influence is larger, and then sometimes your influence is having a kid and you're raising a kid. These two experiences, one is not better than the other. You came here to experience, and you experience that, or you can experience that. It's just depending on how your path, whatever path you chose to come back here and experience. You are fine. You're doing everything that you need to do. You're you're perfectly on the right path. If you feel like you're on the wrong path, you're not. The only way, what Bashar said, the only way you would be on the wrong path is by obsessing on whether or not you're on the wrong path or not. You are on the right path. Excuse me, you're on the right path. No matter how tough and rough it may seem right now. You jobless, you homeless, you down on your luck. No matter how rough and tough it may seem, these things are happening for a reason. These things are to be used as fuel to transform your life, and not in a way where you gotta make things happen. Oh, yeah, since I'm homeless and stuff, I gotta. Nah, you don't have to force anything. Not saying you gotta force anything, because things will happen the way they need to happen. Be an observer of what is going on. Okay, right now I'm down on my luck. I'm out of a job. Okay. What can I control? Okay, cool. I can control X, Y, and Z. Then the rest you just have to let go. You just gotta let go of it. Because if you did all that you can, there's nothing else for you to do. If you did all that you can. And if you feel like you didn't do all that you can, okay, do some more. Do some more, and then just let it go. Give it to God. Give it to the universe. Give it to the source. Just give it. Give it away. I didn't necessarily feel like making this video. I wanted to be lazy and watch Jujutsu Kaisen on the couch. But I checked. Hey, I got a few minutes before work. Let me sit down and record a video. Because I already had this idea for this video that I wanted to film anyway. So I'm like, let's just do it. And I'm glad that I did. It's when you got to push yourself a little bit, but then you just got to let things be. I know that long term, this is something that I wanna do. I wanna be able to make a living off of showing up and helping people and being me. So that means I gotta show up. All right. That's all I had for today. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Peace.